Yeah, so, yeah.
So you were reiterating what I said near the beginning, that I believe in...
You pray to Mary because of the Catholic Church.
Because the Catholic Church teaches me that is the right thing to do.
Yes.
And I was saying that underpins all doctrine for me. And that we have to find what is the church that Christ founded. Because if we don't do that, if there's no church that Christ founded, we have no way of knowing what Christianity is.
I don't think the Catholic Church is founded by Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And that's it. I do not.
All right.
I don't believe 100% the Catholic Church and the teachings of the Catholic Church is not founded by Jesus Christ. What is?
Okay.
What?
Like when the Catholic Church first came about, were their intentions to preach the message of Jesus Christ?
Was the Catholic Church
The initial intention?
Well, the Catholic Church, okay, started in Rome, we know that. They believe Peter was the first pope, that's what you believe.
Yes.
But is in the Council of Trent, the Council of Trent, they said that celibacy is a form of spiritual superiority, and that obviously popes and priests not have to say celibate. But we know that Peter was married. He was the only one out of the apostles that was married. But according to the Council of Trent, that celibacy is a form of spiritual superiority. So then, if Peter was married, explain to me how was he the first pope?
So you're saying he wasn't celibate?
Peter was married.
So you're saying he wasn't celibate?
Peter was married. Yeah, he wasn't celibate. Yeah, Peter was married.
You see, here's how it works. He's going along in his life with his wife.
Yes.
And then he meets Jesus.
Yeah.
Becomes a follower. Starts roaming around Palestine with the other apostles and Jesus. Yeah? I'm just checking you with me on that point. He goes around Palestine with the other apostles and Jesus. His wife's at home. At this point, he's not having any marital relations. But then, after a while, he's dispersed with all the others because of persecution.
Did Peter not die with what you call it? Did Peter with his wife?
No, he died in Rome and he was on the cross upside down. And this was under Nero.
Okay, yeah, under Nero. His wife was crucified.
Well, I'm not sure you can say that because this is not biblical.
Okay, we agree on that. So I can't say, if that's not biblical, then we agree with that.
So what we have is, from the Bible, Jesus taking the apostles around the various parts of Palestine. No wives are with him. In fact, we have women, holy women, who at certain points are there, but the wife of Peter is never mentioned. So she's, as far as we know, at home. So there's no marital relations from the time Peter becomes an apostle. Now, you might say, at some point after the crucifixion, Peter then goes and has marital relations with his wife. But actually, the reality is, these guys are persecuted, they're in hiding, they're running, they're probably not having marital relations if any others of them had wives as well. So that's why I say it is reasonable, on the basis of scriptural evidence, to say that marital relations ended between Peter and in fact any of the other apostles and their wives, once they became apostles. So we have the superiority of celibacy is shown by St. Paul in 1 Corinthians. He says, 1 Corinthians 7, chapter 7, verse 27. Are you bound to a wife? Do not seek to be free. So husbands, they've become Christians, they can't clear off. They've got responsibilities. Are you free from a wife? Do not seek marriage. Are you free from a wife? Do not seek marriage. And then at verse 38 of the same chapter, he says, so that he who marries his betrothed does well. So if you're engaged, marry. He who refrains from marriage will do better. So clearly from St. Paul, celibacy is superior to marriage.
Where does it say that?
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 38. He who refrains from marriage will do better.
Does it say that?
I'm reading it.
He who refrains from marriage will do better. Okay, yeah, that's in the Bible.
Okay. And the reason why this would be, it's a practical reason. Men are needed to not have the needs of care of wife and children. They needed to go out and evangelize. Jesus' last major instruction is go out and baptize all nations.
In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy
Yes,
Spirit.
and to do that, you can't have the missus and a bunch of kids trailing behind you.
I do. Yes.
And the reason why the Catholic Church is the biggest religious institution in the world is because it took that seriously. Men were designated to go out and do this mission. Now, put aside whether the Catholic faith is true or not, the approach of men being dedicated solely to one missionary role to spread this faith, that's made us the greatest religion in the world, whether we're true or not. So I think Jesus' proposal through the Holy Spirit, through St. Paul, that celibacy is better, makes sense.